Welcome back to my channel Numismatic Now. Today we're diving deep into two coins hiding in your pocket change that most people ignore every single day. The 1968 Lincoln penny and the 1968 Washington quarter. At first glance, these coins look completely normal, just everyday money you've seen thousands of times before. But the truth is, both of these coins have rare errors, high-grade varieties, and hidden details that can turn a simple piece of pocket change into serious cash, sometimes hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars depending on the condition and the error. Most people never take the time to look closely at these coins, and that's why so many valuable finds slip through their hands. But not today, because you're about to learn exactly what separates an ordinary 1968 penny or quarter from a valuable one collectors are paying huge premiums for. So grab your coins, settle in, and let's dig deep into everything you should be looking for right now. When it comes to the 1968 Lincoln penny, one of the first things collectors look for is sharp, clean strike details. Strongly struck examples on bronze planchets with fully defined hair curls, crisp lettering, and clean rims often sell for way more than their face value when graded by top grading companies. High-grade 1968 pennies in MS65 or MS66 condition are not common because these coins circulated heavily, were stored improperly, and were handled roughly over the years. That's why when one shows up in superb condition, collectors jump on it instantly. Weak strikes, dull surfaces, or small contact marks can lower the value dramatically. So condition really is everything. One of the most exciting features to look for in a 1968 penny is the set of die errors that happened when the dies started wearing out or breaking. You want to look for things like die cracks around Lincoln's coat, die chips inside the lettering, or raised bumps around the date and mint mark. These small irregularities may seem insignificant, but certain versions of them can sell for surprisingly high prices. For example, die chips forming shapes around the date or letters can fetch collectors who want dramatic visual errors that stand out easily. Another thing to watch for is off-center strikes. These happen when the coin is not aligned correctly during the striking process. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value, especially if the date remains fully visible. The sweet spot collectors love is between 15% and 40% off-center with a full date. Those can bring in big money and sell quickly to error collectors. Now let's talk about the 1968 Washington quarter, another coin from the same year that holds massive hidden value depending on condition and the type of error. This quarter is made from the copper-nickel clad composition, so the surface tone, luster, and strong strike all matter when determining high value. The most desirable examples are those with booming luster, strong strike details, and clean fields with minimal contact marks. Even though millions were made, only a tiny percentage exist in ultra-high grade, and those are the ones collectors pay a premium for. What makes the 1968 quarter especially exciting are its rare minting errors. One of the biggest things to watch for is a double die obverse, where the lettering on "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date shows doubling. Doubling from hubbing errors is extremely popular and raises the coin's value dramatically. Collectors actively search for crisp, clear doubling, and even subtle doubling can bring in great prices. Check all letters carefully under magnification because even small doubling adds desirability. Another extremely valuable error on the 1968 quarter is the struck on wrong planchet error. These happen when a quarter design was accidentally struck on a dime planchet, nickel planchet, or even a foreign coin blank. Wrong planchet errors are always valuable because they're visually striking. The coin looks thinner, lighter, or the design is cut off around the edges. These are the kinds of coins collectors pay thousands of dollars for at auction. You should also look for clipped planchet errors on both the penny and the quarter. These are curved or straight clips on the edges of the coin caused when the metal strip is punched incorrectly. Clipped planchets, especially double clips or dramatic crescent clips, bring premium money because they stand out easily and are very collectible. Another hot category is Broadstrikes and partial collar errors, where the coin expands outward during the strike because it wasn't held firmly inside the collar. These coins look wider or stretched, and collectors love them. Broadstrikes with full rims and sharp details are especially valuable. And of course, one of the biggest value factors for both the 1968 penny and the 1968 quarter is grade. High-grade specimens graded MS66 or MS-67 can bring absolutely massive premiums over face value. Many people underestimate how valuable high-quality commandate coins can be when graded by PCGS or NGC. One high-grade example can turn a regular coin into a surprisingly expensive find. Always inspect the fields, the rims, the devices, and the overall luster carefully. So, if you have a jar of old pennies or a stack of quarters lying around, or if you're someone who hunts coin rolls, make sure you keep an eye out for these 1968 coins. Errors, high-grade examples, double dies, and wrong planchet strikes are all out there. And the people who find them are the ones who don't give up. This is why I always say, don't ignore your pocket change. You never know when you're going to pull out a coin that most people overlook, but you recognize instantly as something valuable. The 1968 penny and 1968 quarter might be easy to overlook, but once you know what to look for, you'll never see your change the same way again. Thank you for watching Numismatic Now. If you love learning about rare coins hiding in everyday places, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and stay updated on every video I post. Your next big find might be sitting right in front of you. You just have to look for it.